Hello, my name is Logan Eiler, and I'm excited to share a little bit of myself with you today. So, first of all, I'm so excited for this class and to learn more. So, like I just said, my name is Logan Eiler. My students know me as Miss Eiler. I'm a first grade, second year teacher at Mill Creek Elementary. So, I am in the primary grades and I love the littles. I think they're so fun. I work in the Shawnee Mission School District. It's kind of in the Lenexa, Kansas City area. If you're familiar, I graduated from K State in the spring of 2021. I have a bachelor's of science in elementary education, emphasis in special education. I have some leadership roles. I'm a student council sponsor, a PTA representative. So I'm kind of that like liaison between the PTA and teachers and kind of update PTA of what's going on in the school. And I'm also taking letters training. As a whole first grade, we decided that the fluency and the foundation of reading is so important. So all the first grade teachers are taking letters together. So I have a few leadership positions in there, and I hope to gain more and more once I get some more years under my belt. But I'm very new to teaching, so I am learning a lot. And this is one of my co-teachers, Sarah. I brought in another kind of leadership thing I started. I brought in chicks into Mill Creek for our science spring unit. It was so much fun. I did it in student teaching in Manhattan, and I loved every minute of it. Personally, here is just a little bit about me. I'm a huge K State fan. I graduated from there, but I love the Cats. I love to travel, so this is me and my cousins, or my sister Liz, my cousin, and I at Mount Rushmore. And then this is me and Drew, my fiance. We got engaged on my birthday in May, and we're getting married next July. So I have a lot going on, but it's all good. And then I have one sister and two brothers, and then there's my mom and dad, Sherry and Brian. Some of my favorite things, I studied abroad in Australia during my sophomore year at Kansas State, and that was the best thing I could have ever done. It got me out of my shell and just let me explore. So that's kangaroos. I love reading when I have free time. That's my little orange kitten, Duncan. She's a sweetheart. And then the picture on the very right is with my college friends. We took a senior trip after we graduated last year to Arches National Park in Utah. Some teacher characteristics of good and bad leaders. Good leaders are student centered, they have open and honest communication, they make relationships a key and really focus on those relationships as well as upholding those relationships. They're not one sided, they're both sided, and both people in the end feel like they can talk to each other. And they're always continuously learning, having feedback, asking people what do they think? What do you think? I think a leader is very um, focused on what other people want. And on contrast, a bad leader has poor time management, or a good leader has good time management and is able to juggle a lot. A bad leader has poor time management. A bad leader has a hard time resolving conflict and a lack of transparency. And there's nothing more that kind of bugs me as a teacher if no one's being honest. I just want the honest truth. If I have to do more work, that's fine. Just give me it up front and honest. Don't go about this way. Just tell me the truth. Anything. Tell me the truth. And I know that's what my principal wants from me. So that's kind of like what I see as a good leader in my principal. I think he is an amazing leader to look up towards. And so is my instructional coach. They have all those things under good leaders right there. There's many more, but that's kind of the first things I think of when they pop in my head. And just reflecting on the next questions, how has poor leadership affected you? I feel like, not saying I had poor leadership last year, but last year at my school was my first year of teaching, and I had quite a few behaviors in my classroom, and I just did not know what to do. And I would say I had like good and bad leadership with both. I feel like it was a constant battle. What do you do? This student did this, but do you send him? Does the principal send him home? Do they expel them? Do they just come back to the classroom? And I just feel like the open communication wasn't there. Now, was it my principal's first year? In my first year, yes. So we were both learning together. But I just feel like it kind of knocked down my confidence last year as a teacher and really I didn't know where I was at because the communication wasn't there. There was so much going on in the school day. I didn't have time to talk to him. Oh, or like, what's going on? What are you deciding? And what? Just like things like that. But on the flip side, great leadership has affected me by making me want to learn, making me want to do student council and PTA because I know I have people backing me up and believe in me. And they think relationships and communication is key, and they're they like give me those words and that confidence and those just uplifting things that kind of help me as a teacher. And then what attributes do excellent leaders possess? Excellent leaders are just, you want to be around them. You look up to them. They're kind of like a role model. They're inspiring, they're confident. They're all the things I mentioned. But I feel like in a school, it is so important to have a good leader as your principal. I feel like that's how you keep staff retention. That's how you best serve all students. That's how you keep teachers and meet the needs of everyone and keep each other happy. It starts with good leaders. It has to. And then that will set the structure of everything else. Well, I hope you enjoyed getting to know me a little bit and my kind of take on this, and I am looking forward to the rest of the semester. Well, thank you. Have a great rest of your night.